Everybody, it's a blessed day on YouTube. You know why it's a blessed day on YouTube? Well, because I came 5th, obviously, in that game right there. Oh, this is so squeaky. I'm wrong. I thought it was a blessed day because we were done with the Luigi's Mansion theme, and yet King Boo haunts me to this day for another 11 hours. This will be our purgatory. That's okay. We're up to 79 wins. We're kind of I don't want to call it a lull because that carries, connotations. But, we're trying to get to 100. We're at 79. We still got 21 to go. The watch is not on. We're probably not going to rattle off 21 victories over the course of this episode. But every win matters just as much, right, Ruka? He's waiting for me to feed him wet food. Can I tell you a dirty little secret? We don't have any wet food, Ruka. You're gonna have to content yourselves with food that is merely dry today. The wet food arrives tomorrow. Don't blame us. The grocery store we typically buy your wet food from did not have the wet food you like when we visited. Hey, everybody's gotta make sacrifices, Ruka. Yesterday, for lunch, I just ate frozen meatballs. I mean, I heated them up in the microwave, but we didn't have any quote-unquote real food. We've been oh, that's not where that goes. We've been moving. We've been busy, you know what I mean? So I just warmed up some IKEA meatballs in the microwave. No sides, no nothing. No gravy, no lingonberry sauce, just ate them like that. We've been busy, we're making moves. Things get sacrificed. That being said, I am eager to have perhaps a more nutritious lunch today, but that's neither here nor there. So what are you doing here, brother? You're building a house that is just pure garbage right now. This is a garbage house, and I'm embarrassed to be associated with it, even in this small way. What we're gonna do is break this down, start again. If we pick up a KO there, it's pure luck. So I think we'll go one tile wide, just because we've lost a lot of momentum. No reason to panic, no reason to freak out. I did get another dub last night. I keep kind of trucking along, I'm not a streaky Tetris 99 player, it turns out. I thought for a long time that I was, but I don't think I am. I keep getting the 1 to 2 wins a day in hopefully a decreasing amount of time daily, and I feel like that's progress. I feel like I'm very content with that right now. I've also noticed that by going too wide, this might be, one of those, what's the word I'm looking, like a placebo effect sort of thing. But I feel like I don't feel the need to switch between my targets that much anymore. The game, I don't want to say it plays itself, but, you become that much more algorithmic, shall we say, when you play it like this. When you stay on KOs, I'm not saying staying on KOs is the optimum strategy, by the way. When you get a lot of attackers, I think you're a fool not to switch to attackers because you get so much more value. Okay, you gotta sort yourself out on this one. This might be an attackers-based situation. No, but anyway, it's all good. We got there. Ruka, don't get behind the computer. Now's not a good time, okay? Your father always loves to get that first dub of the day as quickly as possible. Don't call it into question, please. What I was gonna say is, the benefit of always being on KOs, sorry, not attackers, quite the opposite, is that, yeah, we gotta start building a little bit more flat here, is that you get the chance to snipe some KOs that otherwise you might not have had access to, you know what I mean? If you're going for attackers, you do have advantages. There's no doubt about that. Anybody that says you don't have advantages is a fool. And I might even suggest a Tetris charlatan. And I didn't even know those kind of charlatans existed. Until just now when I invented the phrase. However, where was I going with this? I don't know, like a lot of Tetris commentary, it just sort of flows. And if it stops flowing, that's a bad thing, but for now I'll just say whatever pops into my head. Just so happens to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes. It's easy to see. 1 and 1 makes 2. 2 and 1 makes 3. It was destined. Okay, you know what? I didn't want to go down this dark path here. But when you start attacking me, when all I'm doing is having the audacity to say Tenacious D lyrics, that's too much, okay? I thought we were... Friends might be too strong of a word, but I thought we were kindred spirits, at least. With like-minded ideals. I'm learning now. It was foolhardy of me to believe that in the first place. I'm gonna try to buck a little bit of the aggression on us right now. Take us back to KO. Don't put me on attackers, dude! Oh, the guy I was trying to attack has been killed. He had so many badges. He had so many badges. Okay, hold on. You slowed yourself down way too much there. Enjoy your KO-rich strategy here. You're going too slow, but you know you can get there. That was a productive covering of the garbage hole because we saw an opening coming to pass later. Top 10. This is pure radio silence. See you in a moment. You're so close. You're so close to being free. Oh, you screwed it. Got a little too creative. Happens to the best of us. That's the garbage hole, unfortunately. That continues to be the garbage hole. It may surprise you. The garbage hole's position has not changed that much. We're done. It's a decent warm-up, but we screwed ourselves on that one quite nastily. Life goes on. God, I hate this skin. Please. Don't make me watch the ad anymore. I'm already not gonna buy Luigi's Mansion unless Kate buys Luigi's Mansion, okay? Hold on, I get this camera in sync again. I'm disappointed with that one. I think we covered the garbage hole too many times in the top 10. Still a pretty decent performance, all things considered. But I mean, for that whole game, we did not really play our game. What you did not see, and I'm not throwing blame out, I'm not ascribing blame where none needs to be ascribed. However, I had a cat in my legs the entire game. And I couldn't even tell, like, on an emotional level what he wanted. I mean, I know, like, on one level, certainly food is the answer. I don't know how much that's gonna send, but it felt right. But he was just, he was making moves down there. I don't know why. Who knows what goes on inside the mind of a cat, you know what I mean? So we're gonna send a Tetris. The reason we send a Tetris there is we're trying to get a little too wide setup to return to us. And I've gotten a lot better at it, I think, but trying to figure out how to finesse the 2-tile into existence has been kind of a recurring source of annoyance. But we had the same annoyance, you know, when I started playing 1 wide as well. See, like It's gonna be hard to convince me that this 2-tile wide is not a better strategy moving forwards. Okay, Tomo, you may leave as well. Goodbye, my son. Thank you. See, Tomo, he's a nice boy. What a fine cat you would be if you stop your begging for wet food when we're bereft of it. Anyway, you guys, I was listening to that song today. I'm not a big fan. You might as well. You got to do something there. I'm not a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Consider it definitely at the lower end for me personally of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. At the same level as movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp. But I will always have a place in my heart for the fact that it reminded me that the song Brandy by Looking Glass is a good song that exists. And if you disagree with that, well, you're welcome to. That is, it's your right. That we just didn't have the right pieces for. If you don't have the right pieces, why not make the pieces that work right now? You know what I mean? 52. We got one dude on us. Big freaking whoop. I am unperturbed. I am modestly perturbed at the present moment. That's how quickly things can change. Trust nobody in the game of Tetris, not even yourself. Ah! That's an issue. Okay, we're gonna bail. Go for it. There is no reason to completely give up just due to one bad move. You can still pull out. I mean, if you don't win, that's one thing. But you can at least get funky with it, you know what I mean? You can at least do some impressive stuff. I think we should go back to KOs. We should just remember the fact that, oh, actually somebody's close, that is attacking us was close to death themselves. So we're looking for, please, the one time in my life I've ever wanted a square piece. Thank you. One attacker. I don't think we pulled it there. I can live with it though. Anyway, it's remarkable. Let me put it that way. How quickly we go from like, we're lucky to be alive to like, oh, send that guy. Thought I was what, dead, etc., etc. See, this is my pretty close to ideal circumstance right here. We got a couple of badge lords on our tail, nothing too crazy, and we're in the driver's seat at the present moment. Making combos, just trying to keep them constantly, in a dangerous position. If we can keep them in a dangerous position, that keeps us from being in a dangerous position. I see that one badge lord is not handling things too well. I'm sympathetic because I find myself in that position on myriad occasions myself, good sir. On the other hand, it's a yeet or be yeeted sort of game. This is an experience. Tetris 99 is the closest thing we have to gladiatorial combat. And I'm glad it's the closest thing we have to gladiatorial combat, because, I don't know, it might be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I think that having gladiatorial combat is not something you want in an enlightened society. On the one hand, the masses find it entertaining. On the other hand, myriad bloodshed and so on and whatnot. But I'm glad that we live in a world where Tetris is the closest thing. That was surprisingly smart. Thank you. For all the dumb stuff coming out of your mouth, you're making decent moves on the battlefield today. Very important. By the way, radio silence. Why am I talking? Not a good move. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky you pivoted. Were it not for that pivot, you would be a deceased individual right now. That seems pretty good. 3 left. We don't have 2 attackers. It's a great sign. By the way, radio silence. If it won't go, it won't go. That was not where that was meant to go, just for the record. Nor was this where this was meant to go. That's when you want to peak. If you can get a moment like that in the top 10, not saying we got the win, but like I said, that's us peaking apparently. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sir, it's gone on too long. I trust nobody, not even yourself. When it said there were 2 competitors left, there were not 2 competitors, there were 3. It was me, Ori, and my own self-destructive desires. We overcame the most difficult enemy of all in the top 10. We also overcame Pooh. That's win 80. Feels good. Feels good. I don't think we deserve that one, but it feels good. Now remember, there is still a soft goal. We still want to win 3 in a row. 2 in a row is even, I'll take it. I'll take 1 a day. 2 in a row is spectacular. But, you know, 3 in a row that's the dream for that almighty badge or player icon, as it were. So we're gonna go 2 tile wide right there. Anyway, anytime you win early, you feel great, right? I don't know if I would describe it as a warm-up, because I feel like our performance early actually tends to be better than our performance late. Saying nothing of our performance as of late. Like, for real. You're gonna try to tell me that's not the way to play the game here? I don't buy it. So we're just gonna keep ourselves low here. Lowish, at least. Lowish. Hey, lowish. Hey, what television program am I? Hey, Lowish. Where's Brian? I'm thinking of taking that one on the road. That seems like a good one. It's Family Guy, by the way, in case you were curious. We've gotten, I don't want to toot my own too much, but we've gotten so much better at a skill that I didn't even realize was necessary until recently. And that's, you know, ideally, the lines and where to place pieces would be more apparent, you know? That's something you can always work on, obviously. But being able to... That's alright. Being able to place, like, 1 extra line without compromising your entire build is, that's new for me. You know what I mean? Like when you can sneak in like a Z piece without it leading you to ruin and oblivion. That's the good stuff. I might even describe it as the good gravy. I haven't decided yet. This is pretty much just, you know, textbook so far. Couple of bad builds, but, you know, what else is new? We gotta, you know, we'll throw ourselves on random here. Just a touch. We got somebody that is a little ornery. And we are gonna build on top of the garbage hole. We're gonna do it because I see myself getting out of it anyway. Okay. See? Sometimes you gotta think creatively. Modern problems require modern solutions. When you place a piece that badly, I mean, that's not even a modern problem. That's like the most classic problem you could conceivably have in this game. At least for me. All right. I mean, when something like that happens, you gotta be feeling pretty good. It just sends the message, you know, to your cerebral cortex and your psyche that, like, nothing is gonna be stopping you today. I had to think about this one, because... Yeah, because I don't really like what we had to do there, but it did get the job done, I suppose, and... You know, anytime we're uncomfortable, that's oftentimes like a good sign. It's a good sign that, you know, now's the time to maybe, as Dan would say, chop some wood, put yourself back down, you know, closer to the bottom here, where you'd like to be. At the end of the game. And maybe just kind of hang out there for a bit, you know? Try building a summer home that's a bungalow for once, instead of a freaking skyscraper. That, I fast dropped so hard there and should not have, because we had access. Oh, get me off of attackers. What are you doing, you fool? We don't need to be getting into this ego-driven nonsense. Regardless, we don't need to get involved with all the lawyers and judges just to hold grudges in the courtroom. I want to see your support brought, then I'll support you. Roses by Outkast. It's a real song, sweetheart. Look it up. Oh, give it. We're top 10 already. Oh my god. Radio silence for one. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable right now. I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Okay. You gotta... You gotta be able to fill that. This is a horrible time to be attacked. Gimme. Thank you. 4 left. Radio silence, by the way. We gotta go attackers. It's the only way out. That is not the long piece that I thought it was! We're still in it. No, no, no. Oh, baby! That's 2! That's 2 in a row! Oh. No pressure. Take a deep breath on that one. I don't know if that one was deserved either, but here we are. Let's go. You don't get too many cracks at 3 in a row. But here we are. The most important decision we made that game, when we saw that in the top 10, like let's not say top 10, in like the top 4, if you get all attackers, you can try to bail, but in all likelihood, most of these guys are on KOs, right? So even if you go random, you're not going to bleed off too much of the aggression. So sometimes you just got to bring the fight to them, even if the fight shouldn't have even come to you in the first place, just because you placed a square piece over the garbage hole like some sort of fool. That's win 81, baby. Now, honestly, and I wouldn't have expected this, there is not a single iota of anxiety in my heart right now. I know, even if we lose, life goes on. I would prefer to win, obviously. I hope it's obvious, at least, based on the fight that I've exhibited recently. But if we lose, we lose. I think that's the attitude that's going to carry us to potential greatness. You know what? Rebuild. Might get a couple. I was just going to say, might get a KO out of that. Somebody was not feeling too nice about what was happening there. And now we got a 2-tile wide. Oh, it feels good. No, you know what? It doesn't feel good. It feels great. Thank you. That's the piece we're looking for. That's not the piece we're looking for. We can live with this. This is, you think you can spin this? An attempt was made, okay? This would be a very bad time for us to be attacked, but I am unconcerned, largely. 2 KOs, it's competitive. That's where we want to be right now. Don't want to build on top of the garbage hole, but you know what? In this one unique scenario, because I said so, I think it works okay. And there's our 2-tile wide. Coming back. No complaints. This is, honestly, let the record show, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to pivot there. I was having a great time. Just enjoying my sends. I did not feel compelled to start bringing the heat. The heat was brought to me in that situation. The heat was brought to me. Now that's a spiced decision. I also do not see a long piece coming our way, so I think we're going to go randoms. One of the rare situations in which I think it's actually of pivotal importance to get ourselves out of this. Everything's okay. Don't necessarily need to be on attackers there. Why am I on attackers? I thought I just said you don't necessarily... Oh, because I pivoted us back. That's right. Yeah, now I remember. It was me all along. You could see the pain on my face when I decided. Yes, indeed, we are going to continue to attack the garbage hole. We're going to build on top of the garbage hole, because you know what? I don't respect the garbage hole. Give me your badges. Daddy's back. Wow, that carried some heft when it landed. You're okay. Still okay. Still okay. Still okay. No long piece coming. You gotta bail a little. Hate that, but hate's a strong word for a task that needs to be accomplished. We're okay. Still okay. We're gonna lay low like a serpent. Then when the time is right, that's when we strike. That's when we strike. That's when we strike. You have brought too much aggression. I wanted a nice, relaxing win in Tetris 99. You have seen fit to besmirch all of my efforts. And for that, you will pay. Radio silence. I'm upset. I'm mad. Please. We were close. We were close. Great episode. We were under the heat the whole time that time, and I loved it. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I will say a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.